Hello, today we're going to talk about the explicit formula for both arithmetic and geometric sequences. Real quick, the explicit formula is a formula used to find the nth term of a sequence, meaning I can find any term that I would like to. I can find the 10th term, the 15th term, or the 100th term. Now, when I'm looking at an arithmetic sequence, the formula I would use is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 in parentheses times d, and d is my common difference. Now when I have a geometric sequence, I have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r, which is my common ratio, raised to the n minus 1 power. Now we're going to look at a couple of examples just to do a little quick refresher over arithmetic and identifying arithmetic or geometric sequences. So if I look at this one, I can see that I'm changing by 7 every time, but I notice that these are negative numbers and I'm getting to smaller negative numbers, which means I'm adding. So my common difference is 7, and this is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, this one I'm doing 7, 4, 1, negative 2, negative 5. I see that it looks like I am getting smaller numbers every time, and it looks like I am subtracting 3 every time. So it is again an arithmetic sequence, and my common difference is negative 3. Now on this one, I see my numbers are getting smaller, but it doesn't look like I'm subtracting the same number every time. So it can only be a geometric sequence, and if I do 64 divided by 256, I will get 1/4, which is what my common ratio is. And then one more we're going to have the sequence 4, 8 thirds, 16 ninths, 32 over 81. And again, if I do 8 thirds divided by 4, I figure out that my common ratio is 2 thirds. And this one again is a geometric sequence. Now we're going to find the common difference and the explicit formula and the 10th term. So immediately, because they tell us to find the common difference, I know that it has to be an arithmetic sequence. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is figure out what the common difference is. If I'm looking, I can tell 3, 9, 15. 3 plus 6 is 9, 9 plus 6 is 15, 15 plus 6 is 21, so my common difference is 6. Now I have to use my explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence, which is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. So I plug in the information I know. I know the first term is 3. I know that my common difference is 6. Okay, now that is not my arithmetic sequence or my explicit formula for an arithmetic sequence. I have to simplify it by distributing the 6 and then combining my like terms. So I will get a sub n is equal to 6 times n minus 3. Now it tells me to find the 10th term. Well, n stands for the term that you're looking for. So just like evaluating functions, all I'm going to do is plug in the number 10 for the letter n. And so I'm going to plug in 10 everywhere the n was, and now I simplify and I get a sub 10 is equal to 57. So my 10th term in this sequence will be 57. Now this time it tells me to find the common ratio and the explicit formula and the 7th term. Now, because it tells me to find the common ratio, that means it absolutely has to be a geometric sequence. So because I know it's a geometric sequence and I see I have 3, 1.5, 0.75, see my numbers are going down. So it looks like I'm dividing. But remember, even when I'm dividing, I can't say that my common ratio is divide by something. I have to say, do my second term divided by my first term. And when I do that, 1.5 divided by 3, I get 0.5 or 1/2. So now I know that my common ratio is 1/2, And because it is a geometric sequence, I know I have to use the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1 power. So I plug in the information I know. I know that r is 0.5. I know that my first term is 3. And so I plug in that information. And now that is the answer to my geometric sequence. The main reason is because I have that exponent of n minus 1. And I can't do my multiplication before I do something with that exponent. So now it tells me to find the 7th term. Remember, if I'm looking for the 7th term, I plug that in for the variable n. And now I have a sub 7 is equal to 3 times 0.5 to the 7 minus 1 power. I can put that in my calculator, and it will tell me that a sub 7, or the 7th term, is 0.0456875. And that is my answer. Alright, thank you. That is your lesson on the explicit formula. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, make sure you write them down, or feel free to send them to me by email, or however you need to do them to make sure they get addressed.